right, a little late getting back on there. What do we end up with? Oh, that was one of those ones from earlier today. I had asked the question to folks out there. I said, do you have a trailing stop or do you take the money? Well, it's obvious what I did. I took the money. So when it opened, well, I shouldn't say when it opened, wherever I was in line in the limits, that's where it hit. I can't remember where the order was. It was down here somewhere. But either way, we did all right on it. Nothing to write home about, but still positive. It's funny, overall, pretty even up and down, or negative overall on the day. So we had a couple of big ones that are down and a lot of small ones moving up. Excuse me. But yeah, let's go down through it. There was another one. Was it BG? That I guess I was looking at the sales. We look at the trade log. BG. There it is. Yeah. Okay. So 11:03. See, I wasn't in front of the computer, so I wouldn't have seen that. I did get an alert on the what you call it on my phone. Trying to get to the dang chart. BG. Oh, it's BGB. I need BG. Here's BG. BG. Here is BG. BG. Alright, am I losing my mind? It says it's sold. Maybe it's on the wrong account. There it is. There it be. Yeah, so you see what it looks like. We just remove all our tactical weapons off of there. So overall on the day, it looks like we're up 85.11 and counting. I doubt we'll hit anything else towards the end of the day. Most of your big players are out, unless they have some algorithm running that's going to buy stuff up at the end of the day. I kind of doubt it. I have seen it happen though. So if you got anything close, those would be the ones that would be most likely to hit. It's just a percentage game. But yeah, Fridays usually pretty boring, but not today. Just checking to see what actually moved. A lot of stuff just stayed in the range all week. PNC, nothing special. SB or SSB, nothing special. I'm just looking for any type of weird movement. This one has been cranking it on up. Another one that looked similar to PPG, or not PPG. What was the other one we were talking about? PFE. Similar structure. You know, comes down. You know, we probably bought up here somewhere. Bought our second one here. Third one down here, and then it come back up. But see, we did this in the future, right? We didn't look back and say, oh, okay, well, we're going to do it this way, because we would have had to have an order in to use our strategy, because we don't know if this is going to go up and hit this. We don't know if it's going to complete like this one did. PFE, same idea. Buy, 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 sell, right? And that's the whole idea. And if it continues on, we have contingencies for that. But we're in a pretty upward moving market, and we like that. But WEC still got a little bit to go. And we'll just turn on. There's really not a lot to talk about here, but look at some of these and what they're doing. But like I say, PPG's already closed out. Got Medline, another bank. I don't know what SNB is. Don't care. WMB. BS, INGR, Kaloo. We trade Kaloo a lot. What is that? FRT, Jack. VLO. Yeah, so everything just kind of calm on a Friday. Not a lot to talk about. If anybody had any questions, you can reach me at T1 Recon Rider at Dividend Collection Team. So we're just going to look at, see if we can update this a little bit. So this is now 85.11. We'll post this on Facebook as well. So we're up to 895, and how many trading days is that? 11 trading days. So under $100 a day, but still, we're trying to hit that 1%. That would be about $1,200 to $1,300 on a 120K. You keep a round number, you don't have to fight it. You know, if you're trying to make 10% a month, you're really stretching yourself. 1% a month equals 12% a year, and you start getting into the 1.5 and 2% per year. That's where you're going to have a little bit more volatility in the market. Right now, this thing is just heading up slowly. There's not a heck of a lot you can do. We're doing well. Let's put it that way. There's a lot of people that are having trouble because they don't understand how money works. They just think that if they put in a price that it should go up there and hit it, and then they have no idea on how to manage it when it doesn't work out that way. So they'll just take the loss and move on to the next one and hope it goes up. Hope is not a plan. You've probably heard that before. HIE. Nothing going there. Yeah, K. This has been in this portfolio a while, as you can tell, back in, what, October? Yeah. So October, came down. So we know we're in at least 3 units, which would be 9, 333. If we go to the classic, we can see it a little bit better. What was that, K? Yeah, so 30 is the, max shares. So you have 3 multiples. So 1, 2, 3 moves it down. And it looked like it went down a little further and never did pick up on the scan again. And there's several reasons for why that could be when you see it that far away. So I don't know. Each one of these is different in how they move. There could be this thing could be continuing on down. This could be a high. This could be a high. For you, those like to catch your swing trader, the so-called swing traders. It's really easy to put these lines in here after the fact, right? What you have to be is good at understanding percentages. You understand the percentages and what's actually happening. I don't look up anything on these stocks. When I buy something, specific criteria has to be met. Once it's met, it's automatic. Scan comes out on Sunday. I look at the scan. We were looking at these earlier. This is what our scans look like. This is a small one, right? Now this is for 1 week. So there's 26, right, on this scan. One in particular we can't even mess with because it's under 100,000 on the account. On all 3 of these actually, and you don't combine them. It's each portfolio is separate. So there's quite a few on here that never did make it. Like MCD went straight up. I think MMD ended up in one of our portfolios. I know PKO did. We just didn't highlight them on here. It doesn't matter. We know. But now the Vega column, what this represents is the amount of volatility in each one of these stocks. So the higher, the the wider the price tends to go. So that's all volatility is. If you have a line on your chart, right? Let's go to a chart. And this would be here. That would be your zero. That's where you bought it at. So if one was right here as volatility on either side of your mean, right? You could identify them as these ones right here, like the 0.882, the 0.801. That's what it would look like. Okay. And you get the idea if you move it out a little further. 2 would be 175. Well, it wouldn't be 1.1, but 171. 2.13, somewhere around there, this being the zero, because it can go either direction. You have 50-50. When you start getting up into these higher numbers, 3, 4, 4, 8, you have that much movement, right? But it's up or down. So if you wanted to split that, you could say, okay, well, I'm going to target here and here, or maybe I buy below. So what I do in a lot of cases, I buy below the price, right? The higher this is, if it's, here's the thinking on Main, okay, that's a CEF, doesn't move much. I want to buy it at the close on Friday. It's just a rule. There's no special serum or magic number to that. But when you buy it on the close on Friday, which we do that on Monday morning, if it shows up on the scan. So we'd go in at 41.47. That's our mean. If we don't already own shares. If we already own shares, it would have to be below this green area, right? And this, we'd have to be in a downward move to actually use the scan again, because it would be outside the strategy. Okay, so on the higher, right, and this is where it becomes subjective to you as an investor. You're like, okay, so MCD, it moves at 1.735. Okay, and we're like, okay, so what's that volatility? We like to buy it below the mean or whatever it closes at. So it closed last Friday at 231.48. We'd be a buyer at 226.32. Of course, we're only buying one share, right? So that protects us, protects our portfolio. But see, seems like here 226. Oh, we bought and sold it, earlier in the week. See, it came down, hit it, and then came back up. So it moved that. Well, did it move 516? Must have. Oh no, it didn't. It never got down to 226. So it stayed in this range. So no, we never did own it. So we were going to buy it down here at 226.32, and then we would sell it again at the close of Friday, because that's the distance of the dividend amount. It's a real simple, that's just one strategy we use, okay? And there's actually two that I talked about in there because we have CEFs involved. That's these ones here, the CEFs. So, but this is our secret sauce that allows us to, get into what we believe is the strongest ones to get into that are going to pay us. So if we go back and we looked at what we sold this week, we could actually find some of these in this list. So if we look at it, PKO, there it is, right? PKO, INGR, is it in there? Nope. MAN, PAG, MMD, there it is. ETR, oh, we bought it there. ETR, the Entergy, FANG, is FANG on there? FANG's not on there. TRB, it's not on there. Main, but there again, look at, we didn't have many buys, right? I'm just looking for a sell, same sell. So we had a couple, Main and MMD, both in the same week, but still positive, and we didn't buy much. So we're basically selling stuff from previous weeks. All positive. That's what you're after. You're after positive portfolio gains. So the scans come out on Sunday. If you're interested in it, shoot me a line if you're new. I'll give you a scan for free. Ain't no biggie. My pup's playing with the ball up and down the stairs. He goes to the bottom, grabs the ball, comes back up the stairs, and then drops it down the stairs and watches it bounce down the stairs. I have to take a video of that. That would be cool. Get that on there. Crazy dog. But yep, let's see if there's anything else. Don't think so. But this is how you're going to grow your accounts over time and come up with numbers like this. Okay, so all you have to do, if this is 100,000, let's say it's basically 120, just divide it by 10, so you're making 90 bucks, right? That's not bad, considering if you're making 1% a month on a $10,000 account, you're going to make 12%, which would be $1,200 a year. It's just a numbers game. Of course, you know, you can throw that $10,000 into the futures and grab some dice. It'd probably be more fun to go down to the casino than it would be to chuck it in the market, because the market will take it quick. Especially if you're new and you don't know what you're doing. Hey, none of that. But if you're trying to do futures, or you know, you can always go over like Tasty Trade. Those guys have some really good educational deals. I don't know anybody over there. I've watched them in the past. I follow a couple of them on Twitter. They're nice guys. They seem legit. You know, their platforms are good. I don't see them lying about anything. That's like kind of, people don't want to lie in this industry, but there's so many people that want to, you know, make a living doing this, and they end up putting out a lot of false information. And I don't name names. You'll know who they are when you come across them, because normally they're telling you, you know, buy this, buy that. I don't say anything of what to buy. I can give you a scan and you can pick and choose from it. All the scan is it basically says, hey, these are what we're after. We're looking at stocks like these, have specific criteria. I can't give away the information because it's taken me years and years and years to come up with this. And it's been working well for us for years. So, but yeah, it's all about, you know, if you're trying to do this, get into it part-time or whatever, or maybe you're getting close to retirement, this is right up your alley. You'll be able to manage your own money and not pay those high fees. A lot of those places will tell you they don't charge you much, and you know, get your statement at the end of the year. At the end of 1 year, you're just like, what the hell? I thought you said you weren't charging much. But some of the highest fees in the industry that I've seen is people like Edward Jones. I think back when I was in the service in the 90s, like 88, like I had an account with a Edward Jones office, and I was just like, holy smokes, you guys like ripped me a new one. Any money I made, they took. Don't let people manage your money. You know, I would manage a firm's money, but I would never manage an individual's money. I do manage some people's money, but they're friends and they're people I know. They're not people that I don't know. Dogs are freaking out here. Yeah, so hopefully this weekend we get some, I don't know, maybe down movement. We'll see when the scan comes out, because I don't guess at anything. We've just had positive after positive. Last 2 days have been profitable. I mean, every day is profitable, but it's just to the extent that you want, you know. Today's basically 85 and 54, so almost 140 bucks on the day with these. And when you start getting up into the higher accounts, all you have to do is use a multiplier, and you know approximately how much you're going to make. If you get greedy, that's when you're going to get hurt. Remember, it's all about risk. Keep your risk at a minimum and you won't get hurt. And it's hard for you to see right now because you're new, or if you think you know everything, you probably don't understand my risk profile and how is it that I can get away and not take losses. It's a secret, but it's not a secret. It's just you can't see it. It's right in front of you. So just keep trying, keep following along, and you know, if you want to mirror the trades, that's on you. Don't blame me if something goes bad. But if you watch my performance over the last couple of months, you know, don't try to guess what the market's going to do. That's all I'd say. Make it very mechanical. Take your profits when you're supposed to, and grow your account. If you've got a lot of money, you know, don't understand how to scale it up, just ask. You know, it's free information. I don't want you to lose your ass because you don't understand how to scale, or the way I would scale. I'll just give you advice on that. You know, that I can tell. That's not a big deal. And say it's just a simple way of managing your risk. There's no secret there. That'll all be coming out in an ebook, hopefully next month, if everything's done right. But we'll see how it goes. Keep on trading. Don't worry about shut the news off. That's your best thing you can do. Just shut it off, because they don't know anything. If you've been listening to them any amount of time, they don't know anything. I've been hearing market's coming down tomorrow. I'm like, great, whatever. For the last year, I just keep doing what I'm doing. Not changing a thing. All right, well, have a good weekend, and shoot me a line if you need a scan. I don't know you need a scan if you don't let me know. And let's see, what time is it? Oh shit, it's 4 o'clock. The market should be closing here any second. See if we get anything on the close, which I doubt. We'll just call that a decent week. Later on.